Good morning, it's Paul Williams speaking. I just wanted to go through another one of my talks on Paul Williams, the brand. And we're up to the letter W, the first letter of my second name. Trying to get through all this before Ironman in 52 days. And the word W stands for willpower. Now, I don't know what it means to you, but willpower is, once again, it's a game for me of being able to, defeat the little man, if you like, that keeps telling you things that that you can and can't do. Now, it's funny because I'm good in some areas of willpower, but I'm bad in others. Like eating, I'm terrible when it comes to eating. I have a real problem with willpower. If there's a packet of Tim Tams in the fridge or any chocolate biscuits or anything like that, and I have one, I just have to have them all. And I've got terrible willpower. Yeah, my wife's very good at having a bite of one and not having the rest of it, but the way I'm wired, I can't actually do that. So the way that I control that is that I don't put that distraction, I don't put that thing in front of me to start with. So if we don't buy the biscuits, I won't eat them. So that's the way that I control that side of willpower. But in saying that, not wanting to knock myself completely, I have, I have been able to do some control my willpower in certain ways. Like 25 years ago, on the 7th of January 1991, I gave up smoking. I'd smoked for 15 years, and that was a real willpower thing, and it was a great achievement. And I think the thing is, and because the reason I say that is because 2 weeks ago I gave up Pepsi Max. I was drinking soft drink at the rate of 4 litres a day. And I knew it wasn't, even though there was no sugar in it, I knew it hasn't been any good for me. And come Monday this week, which is a couple of days away, I've not had a soft drink for 2 weeks. And I just gave it up because I knew it wasn't good for me. So, but getting back to willpower, I think the thing is for me is that with my smoking, which I tried to give up many times before, I think the difference is, two differences was, number one, when I used to try and give up, I used to say, oh, this is the last cigarette or the last Pepsi Max I'm ever going to have. And that was too hard for my brain to process, and then I would break down and give up. But in my last and successful way of controlling, of using my willpower, was that I just gave up for an hour. So that was easy. I could go between now and lunchtime and not have a drink of Pepsi Max. Easy. I can do that. So that made it easy. And then when I got to the lunchtime, I just set another little goal. So I set little goals to try and get to a bigger goal. So I didn't have to give up for the rest of my life. I just had to give up to lunchtime. Now, for the way that I'm wired, that was a lot easier for me to handle, and I was able to break it down and be able to achieve it that way. So that was the one way that I did. And the other thing is, you got to have a reason, and you've got to have a reason why you want to do something. If you haven't got a reason, it's just going to be like a New Year's resolution, that you'll make it on the spur of the moment. You won't have any reason why, and you do. Now, the ones I think about, my smoking. I had an ulcer. It was never ever going to get better. I was going to be on drugs for the rest of my life, or I can give up smoking. All of a sudden I had a reason. I had to lose some weight. I was 108 kilos. I had to get down to 90 kilos. I wanted to do a half Ironman. All of a sudden now I had a reason why I had to lose some weight, rather than, I'm just, overweight and don't look good and don't feel very good. Pepsi Max. I know that aspartame stuff that I drink is doing no good for my body. I've read plenty of reports now that probably the diet drinks are probably even worse than the non-diet drinks. So now I've got a reason to give up these things, and I know that I've got to drink more water. And I know that if I want to try and lose some weight again, that's the thing that I need to do. So that's the main thing about willpower, is that the willpower becomes a lot easier to control things if